Podcasting every day has made me keep tabs with the number of days we are in the year. We are 50 days into the year 2026. That is half of 100, half of a century. Oh my lord. 50 days is a lot. Like, if you told me last year that, I conceived the idea for podcasting every day last year. I think ending of the year around November, December. But if you told me that 50, like by day 50, would have something to still say, I'll just be like, shut the front door. What? And it's not even only about podcasting. It has been 50 days of showing up for the things that really, really matter. 50 days into 2026, and it feels good. I don't know whether that is meant to pressure me to want to do more. Because I'm thinking about is, there are some things that we wanted to do that, haven't been done. But remember, there are 365 days in the year. So chill, baby. Okay. 50 days, yeah? But this is the second month in the year. And if you keep at it, you will get to do all the things that you want to do. And even more, even the things that you didn't plan to do, you will get to do them. I'm recording this on day 50. I'm not recording it on any other day. This is, what's the time? Okay. This is 8:16 a.m. on the 19th of February 2026. I was like, I'm going to use day 50 to review how many days I planned on podcasting. I conceived the idea to podcast for 100 days in the year 2026. I was very sure I could do it. It seemed scary. It seemed big. It seemed, oh my God, what are we going to be talking about? What are we going to be doing? Can we keep up with recording, editing, scheduling, marketing, telling people about it? But I was just like, start, baby. I was going to start last year. I got the idea November, I think around my birthday. And then I was like, I'll start December. Then December came, I was just like, I've not even planned. I've not even started what I want to do. And then when I got to December, I traveled to Anambra. I was like, this is the great time to start planning for that podcasting 100. So I started rolling it out in the month of January. I drafted what I wanted my podcasting to look like for 100 days. Not for the whole 100 days. I just drafted for the month of January. I knew that January, we're just walking into a new year. And just like the state of my life is, I believe that other people's state of life would be like that. It's a fresh year. We want to ace our goals. We're making new goals. We want to be better in our lives and blah, blah, blah. And I thought, okay, why not create content around that? Entering the new year, the Christmas celebration, not losing confidence, dealing with anxiety and doubt, being afraid, now getting cold feet when it came to your goals. I knew January was like the perfect time to channel that energy. And then February, month of love. If you check February content, love. At least from the 1st of February till the 14th of February, love. Everything was about love. I'll still do some content on love in this February. Yeah, I don't even know what we're going to talk about next week. Well, as the day comes, you see stories, you remember stories that needs to be told, stories you have read, stories you've seen, the things you've encountered in your life, the things you're experiencing around you. That is content enough. So January content started December, and I scheduled for most of at least the first 10 days of January in December. And I was really worried, coming back to Kaduna, I have work, the radio station. How am I going to merge it with the work I'm doing in my life, the content creation, putting out video, and doing my podcasting? and writing. I started writing. I'm in my writer era. I'm so sorry if you're hearing voices. Apologies. I'm in my writer era. I write on Substack. I write on LinkedIn. Chronicles of a Young Media Person. I also got this Chronicles of a Young Media Person last year. See, yeah, I got a lot of ideas, creative ideas last year. And because of my inactivity in my life, and because I was too passive in my life, because I was too scared, because I was like, oh, that is cumbersome. How am I going to merge this thing into my life? I dropped a lot of them. And ended of last year, it was just like, you cannot be killing all the ideas that God has given you. You better wake them up and breathe life into them. So podcasting, took it seriously this year. Newsletter, every week there must be a newsletter. It was only posting on social media. That is my videos, my posts, my Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. I was really like, I don't have like a direction of what to post. So the first week of January of 2026, I did not know what to do. But I was posting about my podcast and everything. It was only when I came back to Kaduna, I went through my posts from the year, like when I said posting on Instagram, that was 2022 up until 2024. And I was just like, oh my God, I was actually creating worthy content. And it's all thanks to Instagram, because I merged my Facebook and Instagram accounts together. So everything that was on my Instagram, Meta was like, girl, since your two accounts are merged together, why not migrate all the videos that are on Instagram to Facebook? So I opened Facebook later after opening Instagram. Let's say I opened Instagram in 2020, so I opened Facebook in 2024. I was just like, that was divine intervention. Because if that prompt didn't come, I would have never gone back in time. Going back in time is really important. So going back in time really helped me to see, okay, what kind of content I wanted to create, and not giving a damn about what anybody thinks about it or about whether anybody's engaging in it. I'm just going to create because it makes me happy. And I just realized that creating, being active for these 50 days since 2026 has given me a great joy. One of the things that made me unfulfilled last year was feeling like I wasn't doing enough, knowing that there was so much more to do in the world, but I wasn't doing it. I was just working. But entering 2026 and working and also creating stuff that I like has made me feel more confident, more fulfilled, and more like balanced in my life. Because really, we as human beings, we were created to create. That is not even me trying to like be rhythmic or rhyme with my words. We were really created by God to create. And you realize that when you start creating, when you start doing things more than, just what your career is asking you to do, what your job is asking you to do, you feel more needed in the world. You feel like you can transform the world. You feel like you can, change lives. You feel like you can impact people. And it's not only about content creation. It's not only about podcasting. It's not only about, you need to figure out, it's not only about writing. You need to figure out for you in your life, what exactly is it that you need to create? What are those ideas that God has given you that you are sleeping on? I promise you, starting the execution of that idea is the beginning of some form of worthiness in your life. It gives weight to the state of your life. And I know some ideas need money. Like my ideas needed money. But one good thing about my idea is that I could do it with what I had currently. Like I podcast with my phone sometimes. This iPhone 7 that I've been using since since when? Since 2021. This is the phone that I started podcasting with. And this is the phone I'm still podcasting with. Gratefully, I have a studio that I can just pop in and record. But it doesn't stop me anyways. Like if I'm not close to a studio, I have my phone. An ideal situation would be to have a studio in my house, have a mic, have, quality equipment to podcast. Also, content creation, my phone is not ideal for, you know, it's not giving me the camera quality that I want. My mic are spoiled. Like, my ideas needs to be funded by money, but I refuse to wait for money to start. I'm going to do anyways. I'm going to find ways to make it better, because necessity is the mother of invention. Yeah, necessity bets invention. So I'm going to invent ways to make it better anyways. Through being active for 50 days in my life since the year started, I've learned more about myself. I've trusted myself more. I've learned that taking my life seriously is a serious business. I've learned that nobody will take me seriously if I don't take myself seriously. If I don't value myself. If I don't think that what I'm doing is important. Is worth giving time to, is worth giving, space to. The fact that I show up for the things that I do makes it matter a whole lot. If I treat it as something that is just side, every other person is going to treat it as something that is just side. It is front, it is pioneer, it is number one, it's primo. I'm saying three things. I hope it's three things, but I just brought out three things. Number one, creativity. If you have been feeling like your life is low, you're frustrated, you feel like there is so much more to do in life, my prayer is that you figure out the direction that you're meant to be going. And one pointer is to remember like ideas you've had before. Working on those ideas can be a pointer. Number one. Number two, creativity would always boost your life. Creativity would always boost your life. I don't see cooking as a role for a woman. It's beyond a role for a woman. I see cooking as a creative process that everybody should engage in. I disliked cooking. I hated cooking because it felt like, oh, it's something women should do. That if you cannot cook as a woman, you're worthless. I'm like, okay, to hell with it. Like, why are we forcing people to cook? You can just go down the street and buy food. But then I got a mentality shift. I got a perspective shift. I think last year, I realized that I loved. I've forgotten what really happened. But I just started like honing. Oh, I remember what happened. It was this book I was reading by Julia Cameron, The Artist Way. And she mentioned how cooking can be a form of like channeling your creativity. And I was like, that is interesting. She mentioned cooking. She mentioned baking. Stuff you do in the kitchen, basically. I was like, ooh, I've never seen it like that. I mean, cooking is like the joining of different ingredients to make something appealing to the tongue. But I've never seen it as creativity. So it's just like, interesting, let me cook something. And while I soaked myself into cooking, I started enjoying it. I started enjoying the process, that there's a possibility that if I get this right, I'm going to enjoy this meal. And not only am I going to enjoy it, I get to eat it on and on and on again, because I am the master here. I am the one with the skill here. I don't need to plead on someone or stand in a queue in a restaurant to get food. I can just buy the ingredients and put it together and enjoy myself and have a great meal. So cooking slowly became something I deeply enjoyed and became like a creative channel for me. So find your creative. Find your creative. It mustn't be postable. It mustn't be for the world. It's just something that you do with your hands, that gets your hands dirty and helps you know that you have skills that can help people and also help yourself. Number 3, your life is serious business. Your life is a serious business. and it needs to be treated seriously. You cannot play a passive role in your life. You cannot watch your life go by. You cannot just be like, oh, this is not working for me, so I'm just going to like leave it like that. Or nobody is giving me any opportunities. I'm just applying and opportunities are not coming for me. So I'm just going to rest. I'm just going to binge YouTube and just sleep because life sucks. Oh my God. That was me like last year. Because like I was applying for fellowships, applying for opportunities, and it was just like, why is nobody accepting me? It might not be the reason why they were not accepting me, but what exactly have you done in your life for them to accept you? And even if somebody's going to accept you, it will be like a very low opportunity. It should not be the kind of opportunity you're expecting. And I can remember in my moments of frustration, while I was talking to God, God just said, create your own thing. Create your own thing. Do not be waiting for people to hand you down opportunities. Creation precedes opportunities. Once you start creating, a lot of the times you don't need to do application. Because what you're applying for would finally need you because you're walking in a direction. You're creating for the people in the rooms where those opportunities exist. I still apply for stuff now. How many things have I even applied for this year? I can't remember. But I was like, I'll still apply for stuff. But what is bigger on my mind is to create, is have a portfolio. I cannot apply to opportunities based on just my plans and ideas. My plans and ideas are good, but it cannot be held. It cannot be heard. It cannot be felt. So I can't apply with something that is abstract. I have to apply with something that is tangible. Something that, is here. It's here. It's not a ghost, it's here. And that was my plan this year. I'll see opportunities. I would, put my body in it. But it's not my alpha and omega. My alpha and omega is playing an active role in my life. Looking around me, figuring out stories that I want to tell and telling it anyways. Who am I meant to be talking to? Figuring out people I need to talk to that are important for me to talk to in my community. Telling that story, bringing it out for the audience to listen to. So take your life seriously and play an active role in it. All right? I am deeply rooting for you. And yes, I'm podcasting for 100 days. At the 100, damn. 100 days should be March, the month of March-ish. Yeah, it should be the month of March. Or April, I don't know. March, April. But I was thinking, so after podcasting 100, I used to get into podcast for the year. I don't know yet. I think so. Because as life progresses, a lot of things be happening, baby. So, yeah. Thank you for being here. It's been 50 days and I'm so grateful to the Holy Spirit. I'm grateful for strength. And I'm grateful to you that always tries to, show up anyways. Mucho gracias. Obrigado. Dalo. Nago de suce. God bless you. Bye.